Gymmy jamming. Season 9 coming to an end. Summer strength about to segue into functional fall in our metaphorical fitness mixtape, man. We're about to go from house music to down tempo, throwback funk, and those kinds of funky moves for a funky fall. Fortnite 10 started on the monkey bars 2 days ago, and I don't know whether I mentioned the the in-between stuff. And there's some exercises that I do at the spot, and I want to do them every day, maybe 4 or 5 times a week, but it's just a matter of like isometrics and practice. You know, it's practice. It's not really exercise, but it is. But it's more practice and conditioning. Being able to hold a horseback stance for a minute or two, and being able to deal with holding my body up on my hands, even though my feet are against the wall, for as long as possible. We're up to about 34 seconds at the moment. So we've got that going on, and we've got this going on. I think maybe at the end of Fortnite 9 we established that this is work, man. This is our work day. This is our occupation, and our compensation is a stronger, more agile, more flexible, more efficient operating vessel. The playlist today has something to do with legs, starting out as always, and of course it's going to depend on the availability of the apparata in the gym. But I'm thinking maybe start leg press, maybe start with the deep squats. The deep squats are a bit more challenging, so I'll do that if that is an option. Or deadlifts. We might do deadlifts later in the mix. Sometimes I think it's beneficial to do heavy lifting towards the end of the workout. That way the vessel is already fatigued, but at the same time warmed up, and it'll be more beneficial even if you have to lift lighter weights. So back in the day we used to do bench press first. Heavy stuff, man. Remember, 250 pounds on a bad day. Nowadays we're doing bench pressing last, after we've done the deadlifts, the leg work, the pull-ups, and we're using lighter weights because it's more practice than trying to get the numbers. So yeah, Friday we bombed the triceps, man, and those suckers were screaming all weekend. And you know what they were screaming for? More work. So I'm thinking in between whatever we do for legs, while we're on a short break, we'll hit some isolated triceps. That's the plan, Stan. That's the mix, Vix. Let's get into the gym, get this job done, get back to you guys right after this. I'm doing now what I should have been doing between the ages of 25 and 35. And if I believed in regrets, that is, by regretting something I could change it, I would regret that decade of inactivity and sedentary lifestyle. However, on the other hand, if I hadn't experienced it then I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now, and I wouldn't have the mindset that I have now for fitness. So that decade set me up for every decade that came after it. So I'm not mad, I'm not bitter, but sometimes I imagine where I could be now if I didn't have that 10-year gap in my fitness training. A little bit of overtime at the workout job today. My friends had some conversations that helped make the time go a little bit faster. We still got the work in. We opted for the deep squats to start out today, and we are getting a little bit stronger and a little bit deeper in the balance. No recordings. We got back to the weighted pull-ups, and by the way, we were working the triceps in between the squats. Seated, the dumbbell, bringing it back like that. We really got sore the last time we did it, so you know what the cure is. Do it again. Also, we're getting into calves and core in between the squat work. And did I mention we returned to the weighted pull-ups? Maybe I skipped that part. Back to 70 pounds, and we're doing them slow so that we don't aggravate the elbow. I think what we've been doing is like changing directions too quickly, and I learned that that can cause a flare-up. So that's good. Not like a whole lot of reps, just about 5 to 6, 3 sets. That gets the job done. Suffice to say, it was a full body blast today with a little emphasis on the triceps and a little bit at the end for the gun show. We're in a little bit of new territory on the preacher bar, man. We can get a pretty good amount of reps in with 35-pound plates on each side of the easy curl bar. So now we're just adding a little bit more to the 35, struggling through some reps until we conquer that resistance. It was an overall solid session all the way through. Let's wrap it up because we got the environmental symphony going on here. We're going to eventually return to our fitness montage, so you won't have to just watch me blah 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 about the day. That's what we do, and we appreciate your tolerance and your support, your good deeds. If you have any questions, comments, in the comment box. Appreciate you guys. See you next workout.